Good evening and welcome to Lone Wolf Ham Radio. Tonight we're going to be talking about a new radio. Now, people who've been around for a while probably be aware of the the Lab599 or the 599 Lab Discovery radio, which sort of is a little QRP radio. Very ruggedized, very sort of military orientated, and it's a good bit of kit. Does some great stuff. People have been very happy with it. I was looking through Reddit today and I came across this post which said that Lab599 have announced for TX-1000. So it's a full HF, VHF, UHF and SDR or UHF SDR transceiver. So it's very exciting. So I went across to the pileupdx.com webpage, and first thing I see is this really nice picture. I mean, this is huge. And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, is this going to be the same sort of form factor as the previous radio that they've released? And it looks pretty much the same. It looks ruggedized. It looks fairly sort of hefty. It looks like it could take a little bit of abuse, not too much abuse. We'll just have a look at the specs. So we're looking at the specs, and it says Lab599 has officially shared the first photos and initial details of the TX-1000. It's going to be an SDR again, and it's going to cover VHF, UHF and HF bands. Now I'm pretty sure the previous radio only covered HF, so it's going to be a true multi-band, multi-mode SDR transceiver. And we'll look down here, and it tells us some interesting things. It's got a built-in SWR power meter. It's got filters. What else has it got? It's got cat control through the COM port, and it's also got a spectrum analyzer, which you sort of expect on anything with a waterfall these days. Interestingly, it's got FT8, FT4 receiver and transmitter. Now I know the TX-1000, I think that does FT8 receiving, but this one says it's a transmitter as well, and it goes on and on. It's got a whisper, a beacon mode, so that's all really interesting stuff. Now if we look at the next page, we'll see we've got a nice little picture there of the sort of family of radios, and we can see that this is a 500 at the bottom, very small, ruggedized, and I'm guessing this is a 1000 at the top. Now that is a lot bigger than its little brother down there, and I think the reason for that is that this is going to be a 100 watt radio. So we'll look at something a lot bigger. If we have a look, we'll just scroll around using this. You can see that the microphone input is a an 8-pin connector. I think it's an 8-pin. Really nice display on it. Look at that display. Very sort of reminiscent of the Yaesu line of radios and the ICOMs and that sort of thing. They've got function buttons along the bottom. I'm guessing those will be you'll be able to allocate different functions to those. And you've got your big VFO, and you've got some more knobs. And let's have a look. Next picture. So next picture gives us an idea of the dimensions. It's got a speaker on the side, so I'm guessing that goes back a good few inches. And we'll have a look at the top. This isn't a QRP radio. This isn't something you're gonna stick in your backpack and take out into the wilds to do a bit of POTA or SOTA. You're not going to take it up a mountain. But there you go. So that was announced April 25. So announced yesterday or today. But it's really interesting. So the Lab599 TX-1000 sets a new standard in amateur radio with direct sampling SDR technology. Pretty sure the sets do that. And full band coverage across VHF, UHF and HF. Dual receivers, real-time spectrum and waterfall display, and a seamless support for digital modes. It says seamless support for FT8, whisper, RTTY, etc. So that's really interesting. We'll just go back and we'll have a look at that front panel again. That looks really nice. Obviously there's nothing about price point here, and you never know, this might be the same as Yaesu did a good probably 9 months ago when they announced their new SDR model, which hasn't seen the light of day yet. But that's one of the things, I guess. It looks really nice. Look at that. And you compare this front panel against the previous one, you can see obviously black and white display. These are really good radios. People swear by them. They're so rugged. Everything is ruggedized on it. There you go. But I don't think you're going to see one of these. I don't think you're going to see one of these up the top of a mountain anytime soon. However, I am willing to be proved wrong. So there you go, folks. Thanks for tuning in. That was a quick look at the new radio. So we are talking about the Lab599 TX-1000 HF, VHF, UHF, and it says 100 watts SDR transceiver. Obviously it's out of stock. I don't see a price. Let's just click on the Euros button, see if it does anything. See if I can order one now. I don't think it's going to do anything. It's just taking us back to the same one. So that is on pileupdx.com. Nice bit of kit. Let's see what happens. So stay tuned. If you want more updates like this, then be sure to click subscribe, ring the bell, give me a thumbs up. It all helps with the algorithm. And we'll see what happens next. So stay tuned, and I'll see you later. 7 Phase.